Good morning, guys. I'm in the hotel right now, and they have a free buffet, free breakfast buffet. So I want to show you what I'm having. It's it's incredible, you know. And then behind the scene is the waterfall. So let's take a dip and see what I got for breakfast this morning. Oh, look at this! Oh, yummy! This is a bangus. That's bangus, and then that's dilis. It's one of the favorite Filipino fish, and of course some siomai, and then potato, and this is of course omelette. And then I have my childhood favorite champorado. I have not had this in like 40 years. I don't know. So that's gonna taste it for the very first time, and I'll let you know. All right, folks. So let's continue. This is my honest opinion about the Philippines, and then also the question is, will I go back to the Philippines and retired over there? If you ask me when I was still there, I would say no. Uh, like I said before I arrived in the Philippines, I got this big plan. I was excited. I actually packed a lot of clothing, and then I bought. I had my phone as my main camera. Then I have my GoPro. I have a GoPro, and then I bought this what do you call that? External speaker, so I can interview people. I mean, to make it short, I kind of bought too much. So I have learned my lesson is when you travel, try to travel light. Don't bring too much. I was thinking I'm gonna spend a month in the Philippines, so I need at least 3 weeks of clothing. Big mistake. So if you're gonna be let's say a month away, maybe just buy probably 1 week of clothing. You can always wash it, and basically I'm just wearing t-shirt, and the t-shirt that I was wearing is the that's dry fit, that easy to wash and wear. And then I've seen it in many other channel blogger, especially those veteran blogger. They just buy when they go to, especially like in Asia, they just go to the market and get themselves those cheap T-shirt, and you can. It's a win-win situation because you're traveling lighter, and then you can also buy clothes for your content. So you learn your lesson. But yeah, I remember I was telling my family and friends, I say this is probably my last trip coming back to the Philippines. I don't think I want to come back again because I was disappointed. I was frustrated. It was just the heat was I just cannot tolerate the heat. And then at the same time, it's not only the heat, also the pollution. I just to tell you, I've been away since '86, migrate to the U.S., and then I only went back three times to the Philippines. 3 times that I went back, I got sick. I got, I have cold, coughing, and I never get, I never have cough in the U.S. If I did, probably in all my adult life here, probably maybe I say one or twice. But but in the Philippines, every time I go back, I get sick. Maybe my lungs is not used to the the smoke anymore in the Philippines. So I don't know. The first 2 times when I went back, I was staying with the family. So basically, I was kind of spoiled, being driving around and then stay in their house. But this time, I decided I want to kind of venture out, because I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to venture out. I want to be on my own. But I gave up right away. I started calling friends, started calling my family to maybe if they can pick me up. and then if not, I was just using Grab. Before I went there, I already have this in my picturing. Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to do a lot of walking. Because I walk five 5 miles, 5 to 6 miles a day here in the U.S. So I was thinking I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do street interviews, show my viewer about the Philippines. Everything just derailed because of the weather, of the heat wave, and then yeah, I know I just feel like I can't do it, and then this is like it's different when you're watching video, and then it's different when you are actually there. I'm gonna tell you, that's the reality. The other thing that kind of depressed me was seeing how many poor people in the Philippines. You see the poverty, and it seems like it's not fair. It's not fair. Seeing these poor people, and I said it many times. I don't want to like even though you feel bad for them, I don't want to give them like money or something like that. I thought about because I said I'm going to do food blogging, and I know that if you want to do a food blogging, first of all, I don't want to try street food because I'm scared, kind of scared with street food. I don't want to get sick. And then second is and then if I go to like a restaurant, I don't eat much. How can I do a food blog? And I said, hey, you know what I would do is I'm gonna order not a lot, but a couple of dishes, and then just use a serving spoon, and then once I film it, I would just the rest I would just take it home, and take it home, and then I'll just give it out to for the people on the street or something like that. And then well, that also did not work. I didn't do that. What I did, I just gave it to like workers, like hotel worker, the housekeeping or the security. Most of the time, let's give it to the security guard. And then because it kind of worrisome when you give to the beggar or something like that. It's not like when you give it to them, especially when you hand out money, you're gonna be swarmed with people, with a lot of, especially kids. You're gonna be swarmed. And then I have one experience. I was walking with my wife, and then I was walking around in the city in Manila, and then I just passed by like an old lady, and she's by herself. She's just sitting on the concrete floor. On She was just sitting there by herself, and she coughed. She was coughing. As I passed, I just passed by her. She was coughing, and I said, "Oh, I kind of feel bad." I said, "You know what? I have coins in my pocket. I want to get rid of my coins." And I mean, the coins is about less than 100 peso. So I just pick up all my coins, and I just turn back, and I just give it to her discreetly, because I have seen that there's no one around her. I just give it to her, and then I just continue walking, and like a few minutes later, there's like a couple of kids already tried to ask me for money. I don't know if they saw me, but I did kind of look around. I didn't see anyone, when I give it to the old lady. Uh, but they are very, they are very alert. If they see somebody giving out money, they're gonna. As I have seen it a couple of times, once you hand out money, you're gonna be swarmed with a lot of people, poor people, especially the kids. Um, anyway, so yeah, let me just give you the good, and then The other things that I want to talk about is I find it difficult was the water. The water, because I was buying water. I would go to look for like if I'm staying in a hotel, like if I have to stay like I usually stay 4 or 5 days in one location or more. Then I would just first thing I would do is go to like a 7-Eleven and get this like a thing. It's a 5 gallon water. So it's kind of difficult because it's heavy, and you have to carry this. And then yeah, if you don't have a car, you have to carry it while you're walking, or even if you. I usually will walk, because I usually the hotel. There's always like a 7-Eleven, close by. So I would go there get the water. So I find it kind of difficult was the water in the Philippines. I don't think it's a good idea to drink water from the tap water. Anyway, so that's all the kind of the negative was the water, clean water, poverty, and then like I said, I feel like it's not cheap in the Philippines. Not everything is cheap. I was at the mall, and then I was passing by. I see this model, like a building model, because I love miniature, anything miniature. Like I always like I was so curious. I love those things. I was looking, and then right away the salesman tried to pitch me to buy the condo, and I was like, okay. And I was kind of open also at the same time. Okay. I tried to figure out how much is it. I said, how much is it? He said, oh, it's a different prices, and I said, just give me the lowest price, he was saying like it ran from like the 300,000, and I said, okay, how big is it? He said it's about 50 square meter. So 50 square meter for me, it's pretty small. It's small. I mean, if you're gonna ask me if I'm gonna live in a condo, I think if you're gonna live there full time, I think you need at least 80 to 100 square meter. That's just me. But I think 50, I think is too small. I was staying at the BGC. I was trying to. I will share a picture of that. It's an Airbnb. We kind of like it. It's modern, and then he has very fast internet, so that's a good thing. And then it's just across from the uptown mall, and then we kind of like it. We were right on top of the 23rd floor, and then I just realized if you stay in a high-rise building, the things that you gotta watch out is when you try to go up or down, and then especially like on the rush hour, you're gonna get a lot of people, so your stop will be constantly. Like you be stopped on the 22nd floors, 21st. You're gonna have a lot of stop before you reach your destination. I mean, so if I have to stay in a condo, because that's what I was talking about. I said, you know what, the noise bothering me. I would rather live in a high-rise building you know, in BGC. And then I realized if you live in, like 20 storage, condo, you're gonna run into this problem, getting out of your apartment. So yeah, you have to take everything to consideration. I'm just sharing this, so people can take this into consideration. But we do like BGC a lot. I think once I get to, that's the last leg for us before we we leave Philippines, and I think we finally kind of settled down over there. The area was much nicer. We before BGC we also stay. I think the area I think it's called. I'm not quite sure it's Quezon City or Makati. That was also a nice area. But for me, I think I prefer the surrounding of BGC. You have everything there. You have everything there, and then you know you can go out and have a walk without worrying. One thing, the other things that kind of it's not like I'm saying it's I don't really feel like something to worried about. When you go out walking, I don't know about at night because we never go out at night. When we go out at night, it's usually with family or friends. And we usually have a car. Somebody's picking us up. So I don't know about trying Grab or something like that at night. But I don't feel I feel like secure. I mean, I don't feel like threatened, or something like that. But my wife, she's just she's not comfortable even during daytime. People, some reason they like to get close to you. I don't know why. Maybe it's just so crowded or something. I just sometimes I feel like people constantly like to get close to you. It's not like they're going to pickpocket or something like that. I don't understand it. Um, Here we're not used to here in Florida. Maybe Florida is much wider. You don't have this close contact. I mean, I heard people talking about that, and then I also heard people talking about like sometimes they bump to you. Uh, they bump to you. It's like it's like no big deal. But I also experienced that people like constantly like they try to get close to you. I don't know. So just to bring to your awareness, and then talking about the food, like I said, the food, the only food that I really enjoy was, when we are having a buffet. I normally don't like buffet here in the U.S. I hardly go to a buffet, but in the Philippines I do enjoy it because of why. I just nitpicking, I will pick. Usually I pick a fish, and then pick fish because here, in the U.S. you don't have that many fish, and much not many variety of fish. If we do, it's very expensive. So in the Philippines, I try to take advantage of that eating seafood. I go to the buffet usually. The first, if I see fish, that's what I grab right away, and then I kind of like that the fish, and then as I would, as you seen on my video, and also because buffet you have everything is there. You get the salad, and then you have fruits. So that's kind of fit my appetite or my diet. So I do like the buffet when we were in the Philippines. Uh, what else? I have seen other channel they were talking about the food. They're talking about food probably better in Thailand or Vietnam, and uh, I think they're right because I like Thai food. I like Vietnamese food, and I do enjoy their food. They especially Vietnamese food. They always like to have a fresh vegetable, something like that. If you eat like a pho, something like that. So I think that kind of balance out, especially for older people like myself. Uh, anyway, now I have what I was before I make this video also watching other channel. I've seen one of the bloggers talking about the average expat income in retirement. Uh, I think it's like 46,000. So if you break it up to monthly, it's about 3,800. And then it was a relief to hear that, because my concern was when I tried to bring awareness to the expat community, especially the American people that are thinking of retiring in the Philippines, to be be very careful, because we have seen a lot of video coming out like, hey, you know what, you can live in the Philippines, you know, under 1,000, sometimes even go like under 500. It's crazy, all right? It's crazy, and then but those other bloggers who are more I think more fair, because if you let's put it this way, if you say you need 2,000 to retire in the Philippines, you're gonna get okay view, right? But if you say you can live in the Philippines for under 1,000, you're gonna get swarm. You're gonna get a lot of view. So that's the thing. Sometimes, being a blogger, you would like to, of course, do you want to make a video that few people will watch you, or you want to make a video, a lot of people, you're gonna get a high view. So that's the thing. You want to be honest, or you want to be, make money. Anyway, uh, yeah, for me, I just be, I was happy to hear that I'm sure, because most of the time that people that let's say if you are in the 50,000 range, or for 3 or 4,000, you probably would not be making video, or you probably would not be having a blogger interview you. Mostly probably those, because I've seen, when they were interviewing expat, they say how much you're getting. Most are, that I have seen or heard, they were talking about, usually it's around 1,500 to 2,000, something like that. So, and to me, that is okay, but it's kind of you are in right there. You are in the 50 zone. You have to be very careful. And then again, I just watch another blogger, Sunshine Shorter, uh, Kevin, talking about it's about somebody decided to quit their job and move to the Philippines, thinking he's going to be all right, and then find out later things are more expensive. And that's why, it's not, he said he did that video is not to make fun of that guy, but to bring awareness. So basically, we are try to bring awareness. uh, you know uh, Sometimes when people say, hey, you know what, you can live on a 1,500, and that's the problem is, when the blogger said that 1,500, it just kind of stuck to some people's mind. You can live on the 1,500, but you don't realize there's something will pop up, some kind of emergency, or all of a sudden you need something, not just emergency, but you know with life, it's just, you never know. So that's the reality. And then if you don't have a good reserve money, you're going to be in trouble. So yeah, that's why I keep saying, uh, just be very careful. Don't sell everything. Don't quit your job. Don't sell everything and then just go to the Philippines. Uh, do your homework first. Maybe visit the Philippines first, and then try it. Try to see if you like it. Try to stay there for 6 months, a year, or 2 years. Especially when you're entering, try to enter a relationship with a Filipina. Got to be very careful. Don't commit right away. Uh, yeah, and then what else? So I will make another video about maybe relationship. Thinking I have talked to so many local Filipino like and then I will share with you the information what I gather and like I don't see. Sometimes I'm just surprised that expat cannot find a Filipina. Uh, Make me wonder why? Because I feel like Filipina is very easy. They are very easy. They're they're not easy. They are not hard to get. They're very easy. I'm not saying they will just go out with you right away, but as long you're nice, you show them you're a gentleman. They're easily to fall in love with you. So, and then you got your sense of humor. That's very key. That's very important, yeah, to Filipina. Sense of humor. And then, yeah, we'll talk on another video. So that's my, my thought on the Philippines. Oh, by the way, before I end this video, I was at the BGC. I met a former classmate of mine. He's a very wealthy man, and then he was telling me, he said, because he said, "What's your plan?" I said, if I want to stay here in the Philippines, my plan was stay here in BGC or to the province, because BGC. I have to be very honest with you. I, this like I I like to be comfortable. I don't want to be cramped, but at the same time, when I say it, like that, and then I want to be in BGC, of course, it can get very pricey. It can, maybe I cannot afford it. I have to be very honest with myself too, right? So that's why I say maybe I have to go to the province. That this is what I like. I like to be comfortable. I like to find a place at 80 to 100 square meter. Uh, but maybe I cannot afford it. So I have to be realistic. So I might have to go to the province. And then my friend was telling me, he said, you know what? Uh, he was saying, are you planning to buy or rent? I said, I think I'm going to rent. I'm not going to buy uh, until I'm so sure. And he said, if you, he said, the price is very expensive in BGC. Maybe for him, he said that probably it's better to for somebody, especially a foreigner or people from America, should just consider like a Bohol. And I was like surprised to hear that from him because this guy he's very wealthy, and he's you know it, for all I know he lived in Manila for all his life, and he was talking about Bohol. He said, should go. And I said, have you been to Bohol? And I said, yes, he been to Bohol. He been to Tagbilaran and also Panglao. He said, that's the place that he would, suggest to, people to go there. And then you can either, rent a place or you can rent a very nice big place and be comfortable, or you can build a house too. So this is from a good friend of mine, and he's a very he's very stable in the Philippines. He has a property in Manila that people are trying to buy from him. I said, how much are you going to sell your lot? And he said it's in a prime location. He said he's looking for 700 million peso. So I said, okay. I said, you're probably gonna get that, but as long if you don't rush it, you say, no, I'm not rushing it because there's no other lot anymore. The other lot was usually owned by, those billionaire in the Philippines, Anyway, so I thought I shared that with you. I'm gonna make more video about the Philippines, and then what I thought, or my interaction with the local, with the Filipino. Anyway, oh, another I forgot. I just since we have this controversial about the one of the mayor in Tarlac, you know, with is her name is Alice Gao. Um, I think right now, she's kind of being has some kind of news that she's have connection with the Pogo or something like that. And then my friend told me that one of my friends also told me that the Pogo was not really, it's not a good, what he said is it's not really helping the Philippines, it's really more a problem. So it's I think sometimes it's just hard, when you are a leader or president. I think it was during the 30th time, it was introduced to him, thinking it would create a lot of job for the Filipino, but in reality, it's more like a problem, for the Philippines. So anyway, all right. Thank you again for watching. Take care, stay safe, and let me know your thought on this video. Take care. Bye bye.